Okay, so I originally wasn't going to make a video on this because I just wasn't in the mood and I wanted to move on. But I found that I can't. I can't move on because ever since Bandai announced that the base roster was complete, Jump Force has been on my mind constantly. And there's 3 things that I want to talk about in this video, and the first one pertains to their announcement. Bandai. What in the world is going on? Like, why would you announce that there are no more characters joining the base roster 2 weeks before the game is released? And let alone you didn't even do it in an official manner. You replied to a comment on Twitter. Like, was your goal to kill the hype before the game is even released? I mean, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you, in the Bandai live stream, when you teased Jotaro and Dio, say that these are the final 2 characters joining Jump Force? Or even in the trailer that was dropped for Jotaro and Dio, announced that these were the final 2 characters joining Jump Force. But no, we learn about it from a reply to a comment on Twitter. Like, I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand why Bandai would market Jump Force like this. You're cutting the hype in half. But it's time to talk about the second thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. Okay, so now that Bandai has cut the hype in half and given us the full roster, we have to take a step back and look at all the characters that we got. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to judge them right here, right now. And by the way that this video is going, you can probably guess what I think about our overall roster. Alright, so I got this list on my screen, and it's going to be on your guys' as well, so you can follow along. But there's 2 things to note here. One, I'm going to exclude characters that we knew were going to be in the game, so like Ichigo, Rukia, Goku, Luffy, Sasuke, Naruto, Zoro, Vegeta, Frieza, Gon, Killua, Yusuke Urameshi, characters like that. And the second thing to note is there's going to be extreme bias in this. So let's just get right into this. First up, Yugi. Absolutely hype character, glad that he's in the game, even though his gameplay makes him look like he's gonna be a little bit garbage. But next up, Kenshiro, creator of the Owarida Moshindaru. Sure, he's a living meme, add him in, people love him. Saint Seiya, he was really popular in South America, sure, throw him in there too. Kenshin, people were really hyped to see this character. I don't have any attachment to him, so sure, leave him in there. City Hunter, apparently the producer of the game, really liked City Hunter, so he can have his fan favorite character in there, whatever. Dai, I didn't really see anybody asking for this character, but his gameplay makes him look amazing, so you know what, he gets a pass. And Jotaro, a really hyped character, people love to see him because people love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so he can stay. Next up, we got the next generation of the Weekly Shonen Jump. We got Deku, Asta, and Boruto. I'm including all of them into the hype category. They get an immediate pass. Alright, then we got, excluding Vegeta, Sanji, absolute garbage. I don't know who this character is, the guy with the top hat, but his gameplay makes him look like he's gonna be a little bit garbage as well. Piccolo, garbage. Gaara, trash. I don't know who this dragon dude is, but he's with Saint Seiya, so sure, leave him in there. Kakashi, not needed. Kurapika, not needed. Trunks, I mean, he's a pretty hype character with a lot of popularity. He was trending on Twitter when they announced him to come back for Dragon Ball Super, so sure, there's hype around that character. Bo Hancock, just for the female representation, sure, but I would have said no. Renji, yeah, no. Cell, absolutely not. Kaguya, I don't know who in the Jump Force development team was like, we need Kaguya in this game, because that is absolutely stupid. Dio, sure, and this guy, Bandages Man, whatever, leave him in there, he's with Kenshin. So like over 10 characters on this roster I have a problem with being in this game. And I feel like it is a justified problem because there is like no hype behind these characters. Say for instance, the roster was like this, okay? Let's replace Sanji with Ace. Replace Piccolo with Beerus. Replace Gaara with Hashirama. Replace Kakashi with Pain. Replace Kurapika with Meruem. Replace Renji with Captain Hitsugaya. Replace Cell with Kid Buu. Replace Kaguya with Sakura or Momoshiki. If that was the roster, I could guarantee you that there would be almost no complaints. Well, I could guarantee that there would be at least less, right? Because did pre-order sales go up like 1,000,000% because they announced Piccolo and Kaguya in the game? Are people leaping out of their beds to go buy this game because they announced Sanji and Kurapika? Like, come on. But it's time to move on and talk about the final thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. Now you may have noticed when I went through all the characters that I left out a particular one, and that would be Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho. And that's because I just have one question. Why is Hiei not in the game? Yeah, that's the question. And some people may be coming at me now and they're like, oh, you just don't like the Jump Force roster because your favorite character didn't make it into it. No, that's not the case. I already said why I don't like a lot of the Jump Force roster. And that's because a lot of the characters don't have hype behind them. And secondly, Hiei isn't even my favorite anime character. That spot belongs to All Might. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because the decision to include Toguro over the most popular character in all of Yu Yu Hakusho blows my mind. Like, and I'm sorry if these are your favorite characters, but this isn't Sensui. This isn't Kuwabara. This isn't Kurama. This is Hiei that we're talking about. The guy who's literally more popular than the main character of the show. And if they're adding him in as DLC, that is just insult to injury because he was already on the base roster of J-Stars. Mind you, a game that had 39 characters, and this game has 42, and that's only if you include Kane and Galena. If you exclude them, then we're looking at 40 characters! 40 characters from the Weekly Shonen Jump as compared to the 39 characters that we got in a game years ago. But anyways, that's really all I have to say on this situation. I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy this video, if you're going to like it. It may get spammed with hate. I don't really care. This is my opinion, so if you don't agree with it, that's fine. If you guys did enjoy the video, though, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.